the City, Greater Manchester's only dedicated fashion and beauty programme. Coming up this week, we're talking fashion for teenagers, and who better to talk about it, a teenage stylist. As the wedding season approaches, we've got some top tips that will make sure you're ahead of the game. I book in for a colour analysis to find out just what colours suit who. And our experts answer some of Manchester's most burning style questions. OK, it's fashion time now, and there's so much to tell you about this week's fashion. First off, our guest stylist, Lauren. Hello.
Hi.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
And why are you our guest stylist this week? Because it's teen fashion?
Yes.
And you are a teenager?
Yeah.
And where are you studying fashion?
I'm studying fashion at the Manchester College in Northenden.
OK. So for some reason, the bosses at Channel M decided that I couldn't choose teen fashion. Rude, but how rude. So you've chosen all this.
Yeah.
Let's bring on our first model, Alice. So what's your inspiration behind this look?
Well, for this one, I decided to go with a rock chick sort of look. Kind of quite like a rock star, but more feminine look. We started off with the waistcoat, which was £42,
yeah,
which is quite expensive, but I think you could just match it up with so many different things, and I just think you'd get so much wear out of it. OK,
let's move down to the T-shirt or dress. I don't know, this is why I'm not allowed to do it, apparently.
Well, you could wear it as a dress, but it might be a bit short, so...
OK.
I think the best way to do it is to add a pair of leggings instead of jeans. It's kind of we've gone with the wet look leggings,
yeah,
and they're really in at the moment. I think they're really great to just put with loads of different tops or dresses if you can't bother getting your legs out. Or I think it's more
younger look.
Yeah, it's a younger look.
Yes, and then you've gone down to sort of, are they gladiator style heels?
Yeah,
can I say that?
Yeah, kind of. I think at the moment all the shoes that we've got in are very open toe, and then the ankle.
So quite strappy.
Yeah, very strappy.
OK, thank you very much. Let's bring on Charlotte. Oh, resplendent in red. So what's the thinking behind this outfit?
We kind of wanted to go for a kind of glamorous look, but still keeping it quite young. That's why it's kind of short, but not too short.
OK.
She could also wear this with tights, but I think because she's got such great legs, might as well show them off.
OK, well, this whole outfit is from Next, and the dress is £18. Moving down to the bag, which is £30, and down to the painted shoes at £32. So, not that I'm old, because I do know where young people would wear this too, but just if somebody doesn't know, where sort of glam look would you go with this?
Definitely for a party. It's definitely not something you'd go shopping with. I think the purse is just the right size to have your phone, your money, maybe a few other things. Not too big so you can still dance with it, but it's not too small that you can't fit anything in it. OK, fabulous. Thank you very much, Charlotte. Next, we've got Emily. Oh, she looks very sort of like she doesn't want to be papped, Emily, doesn't she? So what's she thinking behind this outfit? Well, we've kind of gone for the kind of LA look, very Nicole Richie with the big sunglasses, which I think complete the look. The white bag, I think, just finishes the outfit off. We've got the dress, which was £18, which I think is... Oh, no, it wasn't £18, it's £20, sorry.
Yeah.
I just think it's a really good bargain, and I think she'd get so much wear out of it in the summer on holiday or even at home.
Now, this type of dress,
do
you have to wear it with flats? Because you've put some little sort of gladiator sandals, which are £12. You couldn't wear heels, or...?
I think you could wear wedges.
OK.
But I think the flats just go really well with it, because it doesn't really need anything too fancy. Just and
is this look almost that thrown together, not made much of an effort, but actually...
Yeah, okay. Definitely.
Well, this is all from Peacock, so it is a good price. You've gone with a few accessories as well.
Yeah.
Is that just kind of a bit sort of beachy, boho?
Yeah, you don't really need that many, just the odd, like, few bangles, definitely a bag, and then just nice shoes to go with
OK, so this oversized bag, are we still doing... Because I can do oversized bags, I know that, and I'm not a teenager. Definitely. So are we still doing oversized bags?
Definitely. Everything that you own at home in your bag.
OK, right.
Just in case.
Thank you very much, Emily. And now, just to confuse, we've got another Emily. Now, I love this one. Okay, what's your thought behind this one?
This is kind of a very Alexa Chung inspired outfit. Play suits all the rage at the moment. Loads of stores have them, including in places like Topshop, Miss Selfridge, Zara. They're all selling them.
Yeah.
Everybody wants them.
And whereabouts is this one from?
This one is actually from Primark.
And what price is it?
£13.
Fabulous.
Absolute bargain.
Okay.
Definitely.
So if you're having a play suit like this, could you put tights with it or bare legs?
Definitely. If you kind of don't really want to have your legs exposed, or if it's a bit chilly, I'd go with black opaques.
Okay, lovely. Thank you, Emily, and thank you to all our teenage models. And thank you to you, Lauren.
Thank
you. Was wonderful for me to get an insight into the young world.
Thank you for inviting me.
Hats aren't something that feature heavily in most people's wardrobes. But with the wedding season upon us, now's the time to invest in some head candy.
I do feel now that more and more people are beginning to realise that a hat really makes such a lot of difference to an outfit. It just makes you special.
What's the difference between a hat I would get from you and a hat I would buy from a shop?
If you got one from me, firstly, it would fit properly and you wouldn't end up with hat hair. You know what I mean by hat hair? Secondly, it would suit your face, your hairstyle, and if you had a specific outfit in mind, it would be designed specially to go with that. It might echo a neckline or echo a frill or a motif or something like that. So it would be entirely unique.
What's the process of actually putting a hat together and making it?
Well, you start with your raw materials. That might be felt or what most people would call straw. It's known as cinnamon. And from then on, you have to use a lot of water and a lot of steam and a lot of hard work with hammers and nails, moulding the material over a block.
So how long would I need to give you if I was having a hat made with a consultation, then to come in and have it made and make sure it fits properly?
I'd love you if you gave me 4 weeks. Some people come in and say they want it next week. If possible, I'll do it. But because it is bespoke, I have to order materials and quite often the processes are quite complicated.
What would I need to bring to the consultation? Would I need my dress, things like that?
Yes, please, yes. Dress and accessories, because that's important, or at least know what accessories you're going to wear. I will photograph you, full-length shot to get your proportions, and a head shot so that I've got a good idea of your hair and your face shape, and I would photograph the outfit. So I'd make sure that the finished hat would complement you and your outfit to perfection.
Oh, and why would you need to photograph my proportions? Would that affect the actual style of the hat?
It's very, very important. I mean, I'm short. If I wear a big, wide-brimmed hat, quite frankly, I look like a mushroom. You really do have to be very careful. And conversely, people who are very tall, if they go for something that is sort of terribly upswept, they'll just end up looking like a beanpole.
Now, I think people are intimidated by hats and wearing them. Why is that?
We've just simply got out of the habit of it. In the 50s, everybody wore a hat to go shopping, to work, all the time. Then, for some reason, I think with the 60s and the new young fashions, it went out. But now I do believe that people are beginning to consider it as a good item in your wardrobe. Because it makes so much difference to not to have just how you look, but how you behave. I've seen people who are little shrinking violets try on a hat and suddenly, you know, they're like a top model and they feel wonderful.
It may sound like a huge extravagance to splash out on a made-to-order hat, but it is something that will last a lifetime and you will certainly stand out in the crowd. Here are Style in the City's top hat facts and advice. Hats often conceal as much as they reveal about somebody. Remember, hats aren't right for everyone. If you're part of the wedding party, you should inquire about the hats already being worn. If you're an evening guest or friend of a friend, you should just blend into the background, so understated is best. Still to come on Style in the City. If you're looking to inject some colour in your life, then why not start in your wardrobe? I talked to an expert in colour analysis. Our panel of experts tackle some of the city's style dilemmas. Read my lips. And Aisha's talking boyfriend denim in this week's Key Look. But before all that, it's this week's product of the week. If you're thinking of jetting off on holiday, don't let the stress of excess baggage charges worry you. These portable digital scales are small enough to pack with you, so you'll be able to check the weight of all the family's bags. Just clip onto the handle and lift. The scales will give the weight of your bag in pounds or kilograms. Now, isn't that a weight off your mind?
Hello, I'm Aisha, the fashion advisor here at John Lewis Trafford. This season, denim isn't playing by the rules. From wide leg to skinny, it's up to you. Today we look at the boyfriend jean. We're all used to seeing the loose baggy style, but this year they've brought out the tapered style, which is turned up at the hem and you can wear it smart or casual going out. Nude shades are one of the hottest trends off the catwalks this season. They symbolise femininity and are perfect for the British skin tone. This particular top I've chosen is perfect. It's like a dusky pink but quite on the nude tone. It has a beautiful origami pleating across, so it's a bit more feminine and it's perfectly shaped in. You've got the pleats there which will give you more shape and are perfect for the jeans. To complete the look, I selected this perfect tailored jacket. This will be in season out, season in, and in navy to contrast with your denims, so it's perfect.
If, like me, you're stuck in the rut of black always being the new black and your makeup bag has every shade of boring brown in it, then perhaps you need an expert injection of colour. Jo Roach has been a colour analyst and image consultant for 10 years and transforms men and women alike from her studio in Prestwich.
You've probably seen things like the colour wheel before, when you're choosing hair colour at the hairdressers or paints for the house at the likes of B&Q and places.
Why should people find out what colours suit them?
Well, why should you look okay when you can look absolutely fabulous?
And what's the analysis actually based on?
We use skin colour, hair colour and eye colour to see which tones and shades actually work for people. Because we can all wear pink, blue, green, yellow, red. It's the tone and the shade that makes such a huge difference.
So are you telling me that if somebody's got dark hair and olive skin, then the next person who has dark hair and olive skin will be exactly the same colours?
No, not necessarily, because we're all unique. Yeah. So there's no prescription. You can't say blue eyes and fair hair, you're going to suit pink and blue. It's the tone and shade of the pink and the blue. And we name the colours after seasons, spring, summer, autumn and winter. But there are different subcategories within each season. So you could have half a dozen winters in the room and they'd all suit different tones and shade from their palette and wear them differently. So I've got to ask the question, is this your natural hair colour?
God, no. I've not seen that since I was 18.
So what is your natural hair colour?
Now, when somebody's coming in for the service, is there anything they need to bring, anything they need to do beforehand?
No. The main thing is to arrive without wearing any makeup, and that can be the hard one for some people, because we all feel a little bit better when we've got some makeup on. But we use what nature's actually given us, so we use the natural skin colours, if somebody's coloured the hair, because again we all like change, so a lot of people colour the hair. We would take the hair out of the equation and use, perhaps if there's a little bit of growth at the roots, we'd use that. Use the natural eye colour and work and see which tones and shades suit.
Is it not just common sense? Do people not know what colour suits them?
Some people do and some people don't. The interesting thing is that we're all born instinctively knowing which tones and shades to wear and which shapes and styles to choose, but we get influenced as we go through life. So the thing is, some people see me and I'm literally giving them permission to do what they've always done. but they'll always think about colour in a different way after today. It's a much more conscious decision. It takes about an hour and a half per person to do a full analysis, because we start off and we look to see first of all if people suit warm tones or cool tones, and then if they need clarity of colour or richness and depth of colour. And then when I actually know what season somebody is, I'll identify the right foundation colour, the right blusher colour and the right 3 lipsticks to get them into their palette of colours.
As well as what colours suit you, what else will you find out for today?
It's just really, perhaps people, we put the makeup on in the morning or we do our hair and we don't actually see what's in the mirror all the time, do we? We see what we expect to see. So it's like looking at yourself with a pair of fresh eyes, and people pick up on different assets that they didn't realise they had. So it's quite a nice experience.
I think perhaps because some people are quite negative about themselves. Oh, we all are at some point, aren't we? So perhaps you're there just to point out the positives for us.
And yeah, just, you know, show people how to look radiant, a bit younger perhaps, a bit healthier, yeah.
Now, is a specific colour that suits you for your clothes, is that something that you then take through to your makeup as well?
It's not as if we're dressing, you're wearing a green top so you wear green eyeshadow. What you do is we work with what nature's given. So if we know what season somebody is, then we know which tones and shades of eyeshadows to go for, which lipstick colours to go for. We match the natural pinkiness or peachiness in the cheeks for the blusher.
Okay.
So instead of people dressing to match an item of clothing they've bought, they're now dressing to match themselves. The way to use your ice colours is to mix them with your jewel-like colours, just for a bit of contrast, because winters are all about contrast.
Yeah. I always thought my years in fashion had set me in good stead to know what suits me and what doesn't. However, I was certainly surprised by some of today's colour revelations.
She's just a window with no name.
Next up, it's time to answer the style dilemmas of Greater Manchester. Our panel this week is made up of stylist Karen, hairdresser Andrew and nutritionist Julie. We have got some quandaries here. Let's have a look at the screen.
Do young people need to take vitamins and supplements?
Julie, one for you, do they?
Well, I think these days the lifestyle that people lead and the quality of food, I think they actually do. And they can get things like, like superfood type things. You can get these powders, which they're very quick. You can take them and, have them to replace either a meal or with a meal if you've not got time. So I think it is important.
Fabulous, thank you. An email question for you, Karen, and this is from Sabrina in Ashton. Actually it says, help! I'm looking for a stylish maxi dress and I've only got 50 quid.
Well, luckily, that trend is massive this summer. I mean, we always see the maxi dress getting reinvented, but sort of tribal was massive on the catwalks, and that's really bled through to the high street. So, from the higher end of the spectrum, places like Reese and Whistles are championing them in this sort of high summer collections, but then also on sort of much more cost-effective end, H&M, Primark, Topshop, all of them. So really, it's just about choosing the prints and the colours that kind of go with the rest of your wardrobe.
Fabulous, thank you. Right, let's have another look at the screen.
I'm wondering why it's so difficult to find a hairdresser that doesn't specialise in curly hair. My hair's a lot curlier than this normally, but whenever I do go to a hairdresser's, they can never sort of, dry it curly. They always have to blow dry it straight.
No, I'm surprised, because surely I thought having your hair done at the end was preference. You tell them how you like it doing, but obviously not with her.
Well, she's obviously not been to me.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
Yeah, no, I love working with movement, and it's so versatile, even though people don't think it is. As a hairdresser, you've got someone with sort of wavy, curly hair, wavy hair mainly. It is so versatile. You can work with all the movement. You can iron it out straight. You can do it flicky. You can do it all sorts of different ways. So it's actually sort of having a good consultation with your stylist, and consultation is key. If you want, if you want to look a certain way, you need to let them know.
Yeah.
And obviously soft, really strong shapes and soft texture.
So she just needs to tell them.
Yeah.
This is what I want, and obviously you're paying, you're the customer. Email question for you, Andrew. What are the best hair straighteners to buy on the market? She's a student, so she's a little bit stuck for money, and it's Rebecca from Fallowfield.
With straighteners, I personally see them as quite an investment, because they do last for years and you get quite a strong guarantee. I personally would actually spend that little bit more on straighteners, because the cheaper ones that are available on the market, they don't get as hot, they don't last as long, and over a period of like 10 years, you're going to be spending the same amount of money anyway. So you've got your GHDs and your Paul Mitchell and your Isos straighteners, but personally, the first one I mentioned is my personal favourite.
Let's have a look at the screen.
Have you got any top tips on where to go for men's fashion, which is both reasonably priced and quite stylish?
An interesting one. Where should he be shopping to be stylish?
Well, sort of staying where we are in Manchester, there is a really nice cross-section of shops for men, and I think it is kind of stepping outside of the high street sometimes and looking at the independents, places like Oi Polloi, Thomas Street Post Office, you know, around the Northern Quarter is absolutely fantastic. Even sort of you can dip into little vintage trends as well and pick up bits and pieces that you can then couple with the likes of your H&Ms, your Top Man, your Reese's, your Zara's, all those that do great copies of the catwalk collections. And it's just a bit of mix and match for guys. It is harder because the lower price point stuff, girls have got such a vast array, and you know, men's stuff, I believe it's better to get a smaller amount of pieces that you can kind of mix and match together at slightly better quality, better cottons, better things against your skin, because you know, men tend to wear things more often, and it's good to get those staples in your
into your wardrobe.
Yeah.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much indeed. I knew we'd put them right. Thanks very much, Tim. Competition time now. Private Members Club The Circle have just launched their new restaurant, Kitchen at The Circle. And to celebrate, they are offering one of our Styling the City viewers the opportunity to win a prize worth over £1,000. The mouth-watering prize is lunch or dinner for two with wine, spirits and cocktails every single month for a whole year. The restaurant's award-winning head chef Neil Lorenzo has devised a rustic British menu with a contemporary twist. His exciting approach to food reflects perfectly the stylish backdrop of the Victorian glass atrium of Barton Arcade. So, if you fancy living it up like a star once a month for the next year, simply text the answer to the following question. What meal is said to be the most important of the day? Is it A, supper, B, dinner, or C, breakfast? Text style followed by your choice of answer A, B or C to 88821. Entries cost £1.50 plus your standard network charge. Players must be 18 and over, and lines close at midnight on Tuesday the 26th of May. You can find more details on the terms and conditions on our website. That's it for this week, but coming up next week on Styling the City, I'm joined in the studio by a student showcasing some of his own handiwork. And we take a closer look at skin as two Manchester women find out what effects their lifestyles have had on their faces. I meet a suntan lotion expert to find out just how much cream we should be covering ourselves in. And we're out on the streets of the city to see if we can determine what makes up the perfect face.